I think it's time that we wrapped up our unit on the two pillars, Yachin and Boaz. Remember, Yachin means he will establish, and Boaz means in strength. This is how to have a walk with the Lord that exhibits emotional and spiritual maturity. You walk in between the pillars, Yachin and Boaz. It's an entryway into the narrow life that the Lord has planned for us, and it will make us more emotionally mature. We've covered the following pairings: adventure versus wisdom, both good things; faith versus responsibility; fierceness and forgiveness; speaking up, staying silent; having a high personal standard of behavior for ourselves, but also living in peace with ourselves; trusting other people, being appropriately suspicious of other people. These are all good things. Each pair is a good thing. We're not talking about follow the devil on one shoulder or follow the angel on the other shoulder. We're not talking about the battle between the flesh and the spirit where one is bad and one is good. Both things are good. But if you lean too far toward one side rather than and ignore the other, you won't be an emotionally mature person. You'll be a bit in need of some growing up. Let me talk to you about one more pairing. And I'm going to launch this discussion by reading a verse from Luke chapter 9 and verse 24. And this is one of the most repeated teachings of Jesus. You know it very well. It says, "For whoever wants to save their life will lose it. But whoever loses their life for me will save it." So what should be our view of our own lives and our view of ourselves? Should we lose all interest in ourselves? Well, Jesus doesn't teach us that in this teaching. He teaches us how to save our lives. You see, he's expressing a proper and mature self-interest. The goal, after all, is to save our lives. But he teaches us how to do it. And it's a bit paradoxical, but he teaches us to save our lives, we have to lose our lives. We have to disown our lives. Not just disown it for disowning's sake, but disown it for the sake of Jesus and the gospel. Put Jesus and the gospel first, and do you know what we wind up doing? Something that is very good for our own self-interest. Self-interest is a good thing. It's a healthy thing. Jesus doesn't teach us not to have self-interest. He wants us to be the winner in the end. You want yourself to be the winner in the end. That's a good, healthy self-interest, just like God has. God has a healthy, mature self-interest. He wants his will done. It's good for him to have his way. He wants to have his way. And it's a wonderful thing when God has his way. It's a wonderful thing when you act in your own self-interest by obeying God. And of course, the paradox is that when we obey God, we won't be selfish. We abandon selfishness out of loving God, wanting to please our Master, feeling blessed and to serve him, and then ultimately saving ourselves, being saved by letting go. That's what emotional maturity will do. We'll talk more about it in home fellowship tonight.